Good afternoon and welcome to the Indie Arcade. I recently played through the game Return, and I just wanted to give some of my thoughts about the game. First, Return is a beautiful 2D pixel art action-adventure game. Developed and published by Dead Unicorn, a solo developer based out of Canada, Return is set 200 years after you have left Earth to colonize a new planet, only to have to return home due to mechanical issues. Get it? Return? Anyways, as you land, you notice that the planet is very different from when you left. As you explore the world looking for the parts to fix your ship, you come across many different enemies and bosses. As you defeat them, you start to find out what happened to Earth after you left. Now, this game was honestly a fun game, with beautiful locations, enemies, and bosses. I was constantly finding myself clenching when fighting any of the bosses, as they did prove to be quite difficult. They were fast, and their different moves could catch you off guard at a moment's notice. I will say that once you find enough money and meet several markets, it does become quite a bit easier, as the weapons you can purchase help a lot. Return only took me about 3 hours to beat, which was honestly a bit disappointing and probably my #1 complaint, as it is a $20 game. I know it was a solo team, but I was expecting just a little bit longer of a campaign. I did not get quite all of the achievements, so you could argue that maybe I have a couple more hours before truly finishing the game, but I did complete the story and even got the credit scene. I did like the weapons and mastery system. I constantly found myself anticipating new weapons and getting excited whenever I found a new store. I do wish you could see the max mastery options during the purchase, as I would purchase a new weapon only to find that it was worse than the one I already had. And of course, the in-game exchange rates also took about 10% of the value of each weapon that you purchased. The few puzzles that were in the game were good, but unfortunately not really well explained. It took me quite a while after beating the first boss to realize that in order to get to the next section, I had to open and read the key in order to get the code to the door. And due to not remembering exactly where that door was, it took me quite a while in order to figure out how to get back to that location in order to open the door and move on to the next section, which was a market, so it was definitely useful. Overall, this is a very fun short game, with beautiful pixel art, tough battle mechanics, and an overall good design. It certainly had some laughs as I was exploring. I was very confused when I kept taking people's skulls. I just had a handful of human skulls floating in my back pocket. Another human skull? Yeah, gotta love these human skulls. Who doesn't want a human skull? And it certainly had a Souls-like vibe, where there were definitely a few occasions where I just wanted to launch my controller across the room. Yeah. And I'm dead. Man, that swing. I think the only thing that I really wish it did have more of was just more game. I wanted more of everything. More weapons, more bosses, more enemies, locations, and time in the game, which, I mean, proves that he did a good job designing the game. I just felt like there should have been a bit more. I have uploaded my full playthrough. I streamed it on Twitch, but I think I'm going to leave it on here for now, as I do believe I'm going to stream on YouTube from now on. If you've played this game or you've watched any gameplay, let me know what your thoughts are on this game, and if you're going to try it yourself. If you like what I do here and want some more, please hit the like and subscribe.